Our next act was going to be one of the guest workshop leaders, and I personally was really, really excited, and I know a lot of you would be as well. But Paul Jarman was going to be our ensemble leader, and Paul is an amazing composer and has written particularly a lot of music for children's choirs, and it's at an absolutely astounding level. It really is very, very stunning Australian repertoire, and every time I hear one of his songs, there's always a hook in it that is really, really catchy. It connects, and it's really, really very amazing music. So we are very lucky to welcome Paul to this concert this afternoon. I'm not quite sure what Paul's going to do. I'm going to sit back and enjoy. So let's all welcome Paul.
Hello. Thanks so much for having me. I'd just like to make sure that everyone can hear me. Just give me a thumbs up if you can hear me okay. Oh, that's terrific. And thanks to all the beautiful artists that have performed for us so far. Just really enjoying it. Thanks for having me along. And I'm really looking forward to everything just opening up again next year and we can all do this together as a community. It just looks like such a wonderful festival. Thank you. So it's been a very challenging year, and like most artists, my whole calendar was just ripped away from me, and it's quite challenging dealing with that. But I'm really lucky is that I get a lot of commissioned works where that's where people hire me to compose for them, and I specialize in stories, mostly Australian, but yeah, stories from all over the world. So when you get one of these commissions, you need to sort of imagine yourself immersing yourself inside a story that originally wasn't yours. You're telling another story, and then you've got to find yourself within it, and that's the only way that you can write an honest piece of music. I did a wonderful concert series last year with the great Eric Bogle, where I actually arranged his beautiful pieces for choir, and we worked together on a few concerts, and we were talking about this, just how do you find a place in the story? Because Eric actually said he doesn't do commissions. He can't do that because he wants just to be in his own truth. It's interesting because I mostly only do commissions. And like I just said to you all a minute ago, when you do that, you have to find yourself inside that story and find your truth in it. So it's an interesting thing. But I found that this year it was quite difficult. You know, as the world around changed, I sort of realized that my inspiration comes from all the people that I work with and all the things I see and hear. So I found it quite difficult to do what I love the most, which is write music. And then I had this commission for a choir that I love dearly in Western Australia, the Bunbury Men of Song. I've written quite a few pieces for them. And they wanted me to compose an Australian Christmas song. Originally, they were going to take this song on tour to Wales, about now actually. So we really wanted to avoid that sort of Christmas song that's like the barbecue and the mozzies and the emus running around, but we still wanted it to be particularly Australian. And they definitely wanted it to honour the beauty of the landscape of the beautiful southwest of Western Australia near Bunbury. So I was finding it hard, and I went up the top of my property one day and I thought I'll just get out into the bush and do a bit of work. And suddenly I looked around and I thought, how lucky are we? If this is locked down, I've got to be grateful. And so I wrote a song about being grateful for what we do have. And I thought that that would be the one to play for you guys today because it's brand new, and I just really want to dedicate it to all you people in Victoria and particularly Melbourne who've had to really endure this more than any other Australians. And we're all thinking of you, really are. And so this song is for you. It's called It's Time, and I really hope you guys enjoy it. Thank you. planes roll by down the road southwest. I've been waiting for the wind to take home, and I yearn for the good times and the people I love best. How I'm longing to be with you all again. Oh, oh, headers roam the highway, the harvest has begun. There's dust and flies, it's hot and dry, and there are flowers on the gums. All the kids are running around, kicking up jacaranda leaves. And all that I can feel is that it's so good to be here. Look around at this place where we are living. Take a good look at all that we've been given. Another year rolls by, soon we'll be side by side. Look around, it's Christmas time. A time to heal, it's a time to give. Be grateful for the life that we all share. It's our time here together to dance, laugh and sing, and celebrate the joy that Christmas brings. Fields of agapanthus, the scarlet Christmas trees, sunsets on the ocean, fishing off the beach, carols by candlelight, the fireworks, the cheers and tears, all we'll ever need, and it's so good to be here. Look around at this gift we share of freedom. Take a good look at all that we've been given. Another year rolls by, here we are side by side. Look around, it's Christmas time. The sun comes up on Christmas Day. It's you and I, the quiet end of night. And I find the time to tell you just how grateful that I am. And I'll never take for granted all the love that I have known. And when another year is over, I tell you once again, look around at this place where we are living. Take a good look at all that we've been given. Another year rolls by, soon we'll be side by side. Look around, it's Christmas time. Look around at this place where we are living. Take a good look at all that we've been given. Another year rolls by, soon we'll be side by side. Look around, it's Christmas time. It's Christmas time. Thank you. Thanks, everyone. Have a great Christmas together. Love you all.
Oh, Paul, don't go, Paul. But just there was not a dry eye in the Zoom. It was just a very beautiful, touching song, and I think we all feel moments where we do need to be a bit more aware of how grateful we can be for what we do have. And even though people have done it tough, we've still got a lot to be grateful for. And that's a really beautiful song. I could hear all the harmonies. I could see the choir. I can't wait to hear it and see it. And it was just absolutely really, really beautiful.
I've got a quick question, Paul. Can you hear a song like that with 100 odd singers from our group and 120 very odd instrumentalists in a big marquee? I can.
That's a rhetorical question, I think.
Absolutely.
Yeah, yes, of course. We'll talk about all the next year. Obviously, I've written this for the Bunbury Men of Song, and they need the ownership of that for a year. But they're very sharing gentlemen. They're wonderful, and I'm sure that they'd be stoked if we did something like this together.
Maybe, Paul, you could pop in their choir name in the chat so that if people want to follow them up, because if they've commissioned you for a few pieces, and even maybe the titles of theirs, and even just in the chat, just any works that you're really, I mean, I know the Gondwana Choir have done some incredible pieces of yours that, are really great. I mean, people can follow that up too just by looking up the Gondwana Choir, but anything in the chat would be great, because I'm sure people would love to follow and find out a bit more about what you're doing.
Oh, it's a pleasure. And thank you so much for having me along. And Andy, great to be part of something with you again, mate, after all these years.
Yeah, you go back for a long while.
We do. I look forward to a saxilo duet at camp next year. Lindsay.
We actually go back 25 years.
We do.
Right.
We do.
Guys, I really thank you for today. And I'll send this info, and then I have to actually go because there's a big storm coming here, and I need to get out on my property and actually do a bit of work. We haven't had rain in months.
Yay! Woo!
Yeah, I've got to go and get everything ready.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much. Beautiful song, and we'll see you next time.
Love to everyone. We never forget, we all have each